Hi guys, this is Meenu. Welcome back to my channel Storytale. Today I'm going to be talking about Mexican Gothic by Silvia Moreno Garcia. This has been one of the most hyped books of 2020, and that is why I was kind of reluctant in picking up this book, because when something is that hyped up, it turns out to be not up to my expectations. But I was clearly wrong about this one. This book ends up winning the Goodreads Choice Awards 2020 under the horror category. Even then, I did not pick up this book because Goodreads Choice Award is just like Oscars. It just gives to certain people certain movies that is very hyped up. Anyway, I'm really glad that I was wrong about this one because this book is such an amazing read and I absolutely loved it. This book did deserve to win because this book has the horror at its best. I was so creeped out while reading this book. I was so terrified about these characters and about that house that it was just an amazing experience for me. The cover of the book is also very beautiful, and on the cover you can see Naomi, who is our main character here. She is a very outspoken, confident kind of girl. She is a Mexican socialite and she is also graduating in anthropology. She is having a life of a party until she receives this mysterious letter from her cousin Catalina. Her cousin has recently married to this English family who lives by the countryside in Mexico. When her father receives this disturbing letter from her cousin, he asks her to go to her and see what the real problem is. Naomi too gets very disturbed by reading the letter because Catalina has been kind of like a motherly figure to her and she has been very close to her. That is why she agrees to help her and go to the high place. High Place is as strange and as creepy as she expected. She does not understand why Catalina married into this family. This family is very strict and very strange, and even the servants are not talking to her. So she does not understand why Catalina, who was such a light and easy breezy kind of girl, choose to live in this family. When Naomi meets Catalina, she is very confused by her contradicting nature. One day she talks about ghosts and voices coming from the walls, and the other day she just acts normal as if nothing is seriously wrong with her. Even the other family members of the house are very strange and very creepy. There's Catalina's husband Virgil, who is very mysterious and very alluring, but there is something mischief that he is hiding behind his eyes. There's something very bad going in his mind which she does not realize until later into the book. The moment she meets him, she takes instantly disliking because he's very obnoxious and very entitled. Even his sister is very weird. She does not talk much. She lives by these strict rules, and she also hates Naomi for no apparent reason. There's also their father Howard, who is another level of creepiness. He likes Naomi, but he keeps on insulting her, telling how inferior she is. The only person she likes and who actually helps her in the house is Florence's son Francis, but he too is hiding very dark history of the house, which will turn out to be very deadly for Naomi and her cousin. I really like the character of Naomi. I think she was very formidable, she was very determined, and she was very headstrong. She can feel that the house has started to give her nightmares. She's sleepwalking again. She finds herself in strange places. She's losing time and there's so much happening to her. She's getting very confused what is real and what is dream. She's also very much worried for Catalina because she has started to lose her mind much more. She's getting worse day by day. Even Francis looks sick day by day, and the house is slowly starting to creep inside her mind. We also learn about many history related to the family and the house. The countryside where the High Place is situated is a mining region, and lately many of the cave workers have started to die mysteriously. There has been a sickness in the town which has killed many mine workers, and that is why there is no money in the town anymore. Like I said, this house is very horrifying, very creepy and very eerie. It has just very strange vibe to it, and I cannot tell you much about it because I want to keep this review spoiler free. But what I can tell you is that you're not gonna look at Mushroom the same way that you do now. There are a lot of terrifying things in this book. There's ghosts, there's voices in the walls, there's sleepwalking, violence, bloodshed, there's cannibalism, infanticide, there's also sexual violence. There's so many things and it can be triggering for some people. So I'm gonna caution you it now. But these are the things that make this book so amazing. I absolutely love the reveal that we have by the end of the book. After that reveal, the book picks up to another level. This book can be a slow burn for you. It is gonna take a little bit time to pick it up self. But when it does, it just goes to another level altogether. The last few pages of the book is so terrifying and so creepy that I'm gonna caution you to not read it at night, because then you're not gonna be able to sleep well. I'm gonna go ahead and say that this is the best horror book that I've read in a very long time. I remember this one book that I read very long time when I was like in class 12 or something, but I've forgotten the name of the book and anything related to the book. So this is gonna be my most favorite horror book till now. I may find something in the future, but for now, this is gonna be my top one. For me, this is a 5-star and a well-deserving so. This is it, guys. That was my review of the Mexican Gothic. I really hope you pick up this book because this was such an amazing reading experience. But again, if you do have triggering issue regarding the things that I've mentioned earlier, then I will not suggest it to you. But if you do not have those issues, do pick it up because this is not gonna disappoint you. If you like this video, do like, comment and subscribe. Until then, see you soon.